Hey, say howdy everybody. Yeah, bruh. Mike Sprizer from Devil Driver says, remember in Ozfest when your bass player got a sewing needle stuck in his leg on stage? Yes, I do. It's a hard one to forget when, so I think I've told this story before on here, but I'll tell it again. We were playing Ozfest, and it was when the last Ozfest tour that they did. I believe it was 6 or 7 dates. So all the bands were all doing off-day shows, and with our off-day show was in Rochester, New York, at the Bug Jar. And Bug Jar's not a really gigantic place, so we show up and we get done with setting up and all that crap, and then we're just sitting around for the rest of the day with nothing to do. There's not really a dressing room there or anything, so we're just kind of hanging out in the van. And then James, out of his boredom, starts sewing patches on his vest, because he had this sweet ass like battle vest that he was putting all these patches on. So he's sewing the fucking patches on his vest. He's just bored. And he didn't get to put all the patches that he wanted on the vest, so he just stuck them in his pocket with the needles, okay? And mind you, this is not like a leather vest. This was just like a kind of denim vest kind of thing. And we're playing, and he's wearing the vest, okay? Showing off his new patches on stage and stuff. And set's going great. Show is going absolutely insane. There's fucking bottles flying everywhere. It looked like a goddamn riot in that place. The show was fucking crazy. Like I saw glasses fly like in front of my face. Like it was fucking mayhem. So anyway, I think somebody got pushed in the front and grabbed Zach's drum set and got pulled back and almost pulled half the drum set off of the stage. Like it was fucking nuts. So anyway, right behind Zach's drum set was a door, and the door went straight to the street. That's how you loaded onto the stage. And all I see is like it was in between songs. We ended a song, and James looks at me and is like, time out, and he runs out the back door. And I'm like, oh shit, what happened? Did he get hit with something, or is he okay? I thought, maybe something happened to him in the fucking mayhem that the crowd was causing. And I go outside and I look, and he's on the sidewalk with his pants around his ankles and his underwear pulled up on his leg. And he's looking in his leg. And I'm like, dude, what the, are you okay? What's going on? And he's like, one of the needles that he had forgotten in his pocket went through the material and went in through his pants into his leg. All the way into his leg. He was trying to fucking pull it out, okay? Couldn't pull it out. He was trying to grab it and yank it out. Couldn't do it. It was too far in. So, being the metal warrior that James Harvey is that he pulls his pants back up and looks at us and goes, let's just finish the show and I'll deal with this afterwards. So we finishes the show, and then luckily one of our friends, Mr. Danny Lilker from SOD fame, he used to be in Anthrax, Brutal Truth, he's a fucking legend, okay? Danny was out there. Danny was like, bro, you okay? And James was like, no, I have a needle stuck in my leg and I need to go to the hospital. And Danny just looks at his friend and goes, take this dude to the hospital right now. And his friend just took him to the hospital. And they dug in his leg for a few hours, and the needle was so deep in his leg that they couldn't get it out. So from what I understand is that needle is still in Mr. James Harvey's leg. I'm not sure if it came out yet or not, but it is still in there. After cutting on him in the hospital, they couldn't get it out. So it's still in there. And we had to miss one of the Ozfest shows because we had left the hospital too late to make the show the next day. Great stories. But anyway,